My Striker Saint Elmo's build is too strong to clear any legendary content out there, then why do I die on a stupid heroic control point when I'm trying to play solo? Well, this is probably the thought that goes through your mind when it happens to you. It's because that Striker wasn't meant to play in a run-and gun fashion. You know which Striker was actually meant for run-and gun play? Well, then watch the video and let me show you. So this is the build right now over here. As you can see, we're using 4 pieces Striker here, obviously with the Gunner specialization, because Gunner gives you, 10% armor on kill. Plus, it also increases your rate of fire every time you get a kill, and it makes your third reload very quickly as well. So Gunner is overall just too good. It's hard to beat here, right? Now, we're using, like I said, Striker, but with the backpack, because with the backpack is where we get the most damage out from Striker. I could use the chest piece of Striker, but, it's a run-and-gun build, and building up 200 stacks could be a little bit of hassle there. Although it wouldn't be if I already tried it. It's not that of a big of a hassle, but I feel like this is way easier to, play with. Plus, we have the damage really high as well. So that's why I went for the backpack there. As you can see, I have weapon damage, crit damage, and crit damage mod here on the backpack. I don't have to explain what Striker does. Striker is just too good. It's the meta build, right? I don't have to explain it. Now, for the mask, we have weapon damage, crit chance, and crit damage. Here, we have the gloves, which is weapon damage, crit damage. For the knee pads, we have weapon damage, crit damage there as well. So that's 4 pieces of my Striker. Now, for the high ends, I'm using 1 piece of the Sokolov here because of the SMG. 10% SMG damage. We're using SMG as our main weapon. So we have that. We have weapon damage, and crit chance there as well. Now, for the chest piece, I went with the new Steelwork. I mean, it's not really new, but yeah, we went with the Steelworks chest piece here, which gives us 10% of armor on kill. We have crit damage, crit chance, and crit damage mod with the Obliterate talent. Now, if you can find one with Obliterate talent, crit chance, and crit damage, then you can change the armor to weapon damage. If you want to run all red build, that is, if you don't want to run all red build, if you don't care about it, it's fine. You can keep it the way it is, basically. But yeah, you can definitely run an all red build. Like it's a build that adds a little bit of survivability. That doesn't mean that you will add a bunch of blue cores into it, to reduce your damage. There's no need for that. We have plenty of survivability, which we get from mainly the weapon here, which we're using the Emeline's Guard SMG. Yes, the Emeline's Guard SMG is a really good SMG. It doesn't have that much mod slot though, but 2 is enough because it's an SMG at the end of the day, and you do get a lot of crit chance from SMG anyway. Unless you're using this weapon, because I don't have much crit chance here. I'm out of resources, man. I'm making too much builds. I can't optimize this right now. But if I do, I will get a lot of crit chance, obviously. It's like 6% more I'll get it, I believe. 6% or 5.5 or something like that. But yeah, we do have a really high, base damage there. And the RPM is also really high, like 1000 RPM there, 1035. So that's really cool. Like you can tell that this weapon will absolutely shred. Now, the talent, that's where all the magic happens. We have the perfect preservation talent on it. Every time you get a kill, all right? Every time you get a kill, you get 15% armor coming back over 5 seconds. If you get a headshot kill, that's doubles down, which is 30% of armor regen. I mean, basically armor coming back on 5 seconds. And that's really aggressive armor regen. And you can feel that. You really feel that. It's really high armor regen. So that's pretty good. Now, if you don't want to use this SMG, or if you don't have this SMG yet, you can use something like the SIG MPX. I also recommended using this, because SIG MPX is just honestly a really good weapon. You have good total damage there. You also have a really good RPM. And obviously, you can run the preservation talent. Now, the preservation talent is actually fairly lower than the perfect version of it, because with the normal preservation, you get 10% for body shot kill and 20% for headshot kill. Whereas the perfect preservation is 15% for body shot kill and, 30% for headshot kill. So, yeah, there's a fairly difference there. So if you feel like, you don't survive with this, you could add some blue cores there. Because SIG MPX is a really good weapon, does a really good damage, so you shouldn't have any problem with it. Now, if you want a high fire rate weapon, you could definitely use, I wouldn't say Dark Winter, it's just I'm showing you this weapon because you can use the non-named variant of this weapon, which is the Vector, with a very high RPM there, and add preservation talent. You just have to make sure that you're running the preservation talent. That's all I'm saying here. I mean, you can see I even have a freaking Carbine 7 here with the preservation talent. Even try that out. It's pretty good. But, the crit chance is lacking there. So that's why I switched to the SMG there, because SMG does gives you a lot of crit chance. So, yeah, overall, it's a really, really solid, build, I would say. I really like using this. Now, for the second weapon, I do have the rock and roll shotgun here. I'm not really using the lefty. I always recommend the lefty because, with that perfect sledgehammer. But when you're solo, you're not going to be chucking too many grenades, to be honest. So rock and roll does the great job because it gets more mag size because of the talent perfectly extra. So you can just spam this if you want. You don't really have to because we're using a weapon that has very high fire rate, like the RPM. So you don't have any problem keeping striker stacks. But to build up the stacks in the beginning of the fight, yeah, sure, you can use the rock and roll. No problem. It's going to build you the stacks pretty much instantly. So yeah, otherwise you honestly don't really need it. You're just going to be running with the SMG. That's all. Now for the pistol, I did not included the busy little bee this time. But if you want, sure, if you have it, definitely. I always say, if you have this busy little bee and you're not using any exotic weapons on your primary or secondary, definitely use the busy little bee because it increases your damage like crazy. Okay, one shot from busy little bee on an NPC gives you 20% weapon damage stack. Okay, so if you can hit like 2 or 3, you get insane amount of weapon damage stacks on a build that is already doing crazy damage because it's striker. Let's be honest, it's striker. So yeah, you could definitely do that. So that's basically the build here, which, you know, you have the damage, you have the survivability, but still, some people would say that this is not good amount of armor. It's fine. If you want to add blue cores, you can do that. You can drop the damage a little bit. You can add more armor. I'll show you another variant that does add a little bit more survivability. To do that, we're going to drop the backpack and change it to Ninja. Yes, Ninja. Ninja is the only way we can kind of, you know, fix that problem. So we're going to use Ninja, we're going to change the gloves, and we're going to use Bellstone gloves here. And then we're going to change the Sokolov holster, and we're going to change it to Striker. And this is basically what I recommend here if you want a bit more survivability. So you have, let's say, 2 blue cores here, and then you have the Bellstone that's giving you armor regen and armor on kill. So now you have like 30% armor on kill. Plus, the Steelwork also gives you 60% health. So if you somehow manage to remove all your armor, I mean, destroy all your armor, you still have a little bit more health. So yeah, that's kind of nice. But yeah, you can run it like this. Damage is also really good with this. I'll show you in a moment in shooting range. So yeah, if you're a solo player, this should be fine. This should be fine for you. So if you feel like the previous build is killing you, you can use this. To be honest, every build can kill you. Even a Foundry Bulwark build can kill you. Okay? There is no build in the game that will always going to keep you alive. You will die. Simple as that. So just decide what you feel like is comfortable for you and use it like that, right? All right, so you went past through the build and you straight come directly to see the damage, how much damage the build is actually doing. So let me show you. Obviously, the same build. I'm going to show you this build, and then I'll show you the Ninja variant as well. So obviously, we have the Emeline's Guide. I did not optimize or anything. I don't even have resources for that, so I'm not cheating here. Trust me. I don't have any expertise there as well. Now, I did not show you my stats there, my crits, so let me show you now. We have 45.4% crit chance and 152% crit damage. The reason my crit chance is a bit low, because again, the SMG, you know, I can get like 6.5% here, right? Crit chance, so that will definitely going to put me over 50% of crit chance, which I definitely recommend most of the time. So yeah, that's basically the build here. If you just want to see all the stats again, you know, just in case people do doubt about it, I'm just going to show you there's nothing fishy happening here, all right? So yeah, that's that. Now, let's just build up the stacks really quickly with the shotgun here. So yeah, we got that very quickly. Now, let me show you the damage. Look at that. That's really, really high damage there for a solo player on a weapon that is hitting more than 1,000 RPM. We're doing 757,910 crits on the body. And if I shoot it on the head, which I recommend to do because, you know, the preservation talent, I mean, the perfect preservation, and we're doing 968,000 damage on the head. And that is crazy, all right? On a run and gun build, which also has a lot of survivability. This is really good damage. Now, let me show you the actual survivability here. If I damage myself here, right? I damage myself, and I'm going to just get one headshot kill. From just one headshot kill, look at that armor regen there. That's from one kill. And you're not going to just get one kill and shut yourself down. No. You're going to get multiple kills, right? Because you're going to just run and gun. And with 2 kills, look at that. Your armor is just full. So if I just damage myself again, and if I keep getting multiple kills, let's say, so I'm going to get 1 kill there. I'm going to reload. I'm going to get 1 more kill. Look at that. Look at that regen. That is crazy. That is really crazy. Like, it's even healing me even now. That is really good. Now, if you want to try out the SIG MPX, I can do that for you. Don't worry. We got the SIG MPX here with damage target cover, normal preservation talent there, not the perfect, obviously. And if I swap to this weapon, just a weapon swap, and if I show you my stats here, we have a little bit more crit damage because it has more mod slots. So yeah, that's why. So yeah, let me just build up the stacks real quick with the shotgun again. And yeah, that should be enough. And now swap back to the weapon. Let's do some body shot damage. You can see Obliterate can easily be active, and also the Striker Stacks is easily active. We're already doing like 800 what? 856,000 crit on the body. And that's just insane. On the head, probably 1.1 million, right? Or close to it at least. Yep, definitely. Like it's just too much damage for this build. And we're doing on a weapon that is like 978 RPM there. So you choose whether you want to use the SIG MPX or you want to use the the Emeline's God there. The Regen with the SIG MPX will be a little low because of the the normal preservation. So if I just show you how much armor you can regenerate here with the SIG MPX, you can see the regeneration is not that crazy aggressive. It's 20% obviously for the headshot. So yeah, see, with 2 kills we're not full. With the perfect preservation, with 2 kills we were full. But with the SIG MPX with 3 kills we are full. So yeah, that's the only difference there. So yeah, that's basically this variant of the build. All right, before I show you the ninja variant, I want to show you this variant as well. The previous build was basically like new player friendly, so I was using the Sokolov piece. But if you have the Coyote mask, definitely use the Coyote mask over the Sokolov piece, because it gives you 25% more crit damage from 0 to 15 meters, and that's usually where we're going to be mostly with this build. And this is actually more damage than one piece of Sokolov, obviously. And we basically have the same build, just change the holster to a striker here, and obviously same stats and stuff. So let's just build up the stacks and let me show you how much damage we do. We're actually doing like 50k or something more than something like that. Yeah, the damage there. We're going to be hitting like 800k already on the body. Previously, we were hitting like 758 or something. And now we're doing 803k damage on the body already with the Emeline's God. And if I shoot it on the head, we're probably going to be doing 1 million crits. Yep, we're doing 1 million crits on the head as well. So we are hitting 1 million crit with this build with a weapon that has 1035 RPM. So that's pretty good. And considering the survivability we have, it's actually a really good build. So if you have the Coyote, go for this, okay? Now let me show you the ninja variant. All right, so this is the ninja variant. Obviously, it's for people who are like a little bit concerned about the armor being low, and they also want a little bit more survivability to be in a bit more comfortable, I guess. So, and they're okay with losing a bit of damage. So this is basically the ninja variant. We're using the, Bellstone here, obviously, for that 1% armor regen, and mostly the 10% armor on kill. And with actually, this chest piece also gives us 60% health. So if you lose your armor, then you have a little bit more health to survive, I guess. But yeah, so that's what the ninja basically does. And we have, crit chance, crit damage here, as you see. So let's just test out this damage. Don't forget, we have a little bit more armor here, like the blue core. We also lost the backpack of Striker, so we will do a little less damage. I mean, by little, I mean a lot. So let's just see how much damage we do. So we're doing like 528,000 crit on the body with the Emeline's God, which honestly is still really good on a 1035 RPM weapon. On the head, we're doing 682 there. So yeah, it's not that bad, to be honest. You do get more armor. You do have the survivability, like armor on kill. Now you have 30% here, and you have the regen as well. So yeah, if you want to play with this, then you can definitely use this. If you want to go with the more damage, you can go with the more damage. You decide, take it as a template, whatever you feel like comfortable playing with, use that. So yeah, that's basically for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and subscribe if you want, that helps me. And I will see you guys in the next one. Till then, peace.